He's a... Right, well, for those of you who follow Tommy Robinson on Telegram, you'll be familiar with what I'm going to say next. Now, a little while ago, I think it was the last video I made about Tommy, I was commented by, obviously, somebody who hates Tommy, and told me that he was up on stalking charges. Now, something just told me that something's not right there with that, so I knew that there was more to it than what this idiot was telling me. But it turns out now that he's actually in court on these stalking charges. And of course, there's more to it than meets the eye. This is some of the most laughable shit I've heard in ages. Right now, you know probably by now that there's one particular journalist that Tommy Robinson appears to not be allowed to name here. I'm guessing possibly for legal reasons, so I won't either. But I know who it is, and I'm guessing you probably know who it is too. But this journalist was running yet another fake story on him. And Tommy says that this journalist has written 225 articles about him since 2018. Now, you guys know me, and you probably guessed that I had the due diligence to break that down. So, of course, out came the pocket calculatorium, and I decided to break it down. And guess what I should find? That works out at 5 articles per month. In other words, at least 1 article per week. So this female journalist writes at least 1 article on Tommy per week. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I would say that that is an obsession. In fact, I would say that that's an unhealthy obsession if somebody's writing that many articles about somebody. Now, I've said before on this channel, I'll say it again, that this journalist, I believe that she fancies the backside off Tommy. But because she's a self-loathing white liberal and hates his politics so much that she can't bring herself to fancy him, and she has to keep him in her head by hating him and writing hit pieces on him all the time. This person has got a problem. I cannot put it in any better way than that. She's got a problem. So this hit piece that she was writing on him, she actually contacted Tommy and gave him a number of days to respond to it. Otherwise, she was going to run the story. So Tommy, being who he is, decided to play her own game, and he did his own digging on her and found out quite a lot of things about her. And what he did is that he turned up to her place of residence to respond to it as she asked him to do. He turned up there and found that her place of residence was one of these like heavily secured apartment block type building. Just goes to show the bubble that these people live in, doesn't it? I mean, the security were better than your average bank. And when he turned up there, he had it all on camera, obviously documented, so that no false allegations could be made. And he tried to get through, and obviously she didn't expect him to turn up, and her partner there didn't expect him to turn up, and they played the victim card. And they called the police, and they said that basically Tommy was there threatening them, which she told him to respond. And just because he did respond in a way that she didn't expect, she tries to use lawfare against him now. So now that she brings out the lawyers and complains to the police and takes him to court over this. And of course, it's all documented that she has written 225 articles in 3.5 years. And you just know, don't you, that despite all that evidence, the judge is going to find him guilty of stalking. And then, of course, it's going to go out on all the mainstream media that Tommy Robinson is found guilty of stalking. But this is how these people operate. What they want is that they want to run lie after lie after lie about him. And when he decides that he wants to counter those lies, that, of course, he's going to use social media to do that, which is why they close him down on Facebook and Twitter and all that. They don't want him to be able to counter those lies. And when he gets round it and he uses a method that any sort of common sense person would try and use against the person that's literally stalking you, They take you to court over it. The system is so rigged, it's just unreal. If he's found guilty of stalking with this, we do not have a fair legal system. It will be the final nail in the coffin for that. So I think he's back. He's back in court on the. I'm recording this on Wednesday the 25th. He's back in court on the 26th. So keep your eye on his Telegram, and we'll see what happens in that court case. But I almost pissed myself laughing when I found out that this journalist, who I knew had an obsession with him anyway, has written that many articles. How is it possible? How is it possible for somebody to write that many articles about one person if you are not somehow fucked up here? She's got a problem. I'd say that she needs to seek professional help urgently. Thanks for watching. Till next time. Easy.